Luis Scola's three-point attempts and more than he's ever taken already in his career. What was the evolution of getting him to step out at the three line?
Well, usually guys getting down in their career, later in their career, they want to develop something else, and he's really worked on his three-point shot. He's earned it, and he's making it. So my thing is, I've seen so many guys over the years do that, develop, create another niche for themselves, and he's done that. He does an excellent job of spacing the floor, gives us another option.
Obviously, yeah, you guys met the Wizards in the playoffs last year. How much did that series impact your thinking for the offseason, what changes you made, or just style or anything like that?
A lot. Throughout the whole second half of last year, I think impacted our thinking, just the way we slipped defensively, and I think just as much as going through that series, it exposed everything we had been talking about the entire year. And so Masai did a good job of going out and shoring up some of those holes that we had defensively, bringing in defensive-minded guys to shore up those situations. So it helps. We still got to get the job done. We got to get the chemistry together. We got to get the cohesion together with this new group that's playing together. So, but I like the substance of what we have.
I know you want to leave last year in the past, but does it bring back bad memories when you come here and kind of see the?
You should. I mean, it's a little tinge. You get a tinge of okay, we should be pissed off from last year, but you can't go living life that way. We got to come in and play this game. It should have a little chip on the shoulder, but we still have to execute. We can't go crazy and try to do something we can't do, but it should. If you were made out of anything at all, you have that. And the guys that were here should have it in the back of their mind.
Dwane, obviously Washington struggled over the last few games, and this is a team that's coming in on a back-to-back. How much of the wounded animal kind of theory have you preached to your team? We
just got through talking about it. This team, if they have anything in their pants at all, they're going to come in mad, upset, and we've got to meet that aggression with ours. We can't come in as a happy team. Happy teams in the NBA get beat. Soft teams in the NBA get beat. And so we got to come in with a chip on our shoulder, not because of last year, because of where we're trying to go to this year. We can't live in the past. We got to live in the moment, and the moment is we have a team that's struggling a little bit, talking about trying to find themselves tonight against us, and we've got to meet that intensity and aggression with ours.
Not only have you played a lot of road games, I think you played a few more games.
We play more road games, I think, than any team in the league.
What do you want to see from this team, or what have you seen, and what do you need to see from this team in the next couple weeks?
Well, our team is we got to continue to improve with our communication, our chemistry, our cohesion, our rhythm. I thought we found a rhythm offensively a little bit against Cleveland, but we got to continue to do that. We got to continue to communicate on defense, and the mishaps and the mess-ups we have are communication driven, whether it's in transition or if it's in a split action or a pin down or whatever we're trying to do. We got to talk it and execute it, and you can't say anything wrong. I know one word with one team means one thing and one word with our team means another. You can't say anything wrong, and so but you got to say something. So communication is huge, especially with new guys coming together. So I want to see that improvement, and but just to continue to improve in a lot of areas that we've talked about, that we know as a group where our holes are.
How long did it take you at the start of training camp or in this season to know that you would be better defensively this year?
Well, when we signed DeMar Carroll, that would tell you something. When we signed Bismack Biyombo, that would tell you something. Corey Joseph's one of our best perimeter defenders. So that tells you on paper that, but once you go through training camp, once you see what guys are putting together, the commitment to the defensive end they have, and again, we've made some sure we still have a long way to go, Jeff. We're not where we need to be defensively. We've shown glimpses and signs of being a good defensive team, but we still have some holes to fill up and some actions to correct.
mentioned Bismack. He's brought a lot defensively. When you look at his offensive contributions, are they just bonus, or like, can you expect a lot from him?
No, again, guys continue to improve offensively. He's one of the best rollers to the rim. He's got, finishing. He's done a good job with his free throws, so he's got to continue to do that. And no, I wouldn't say it's gravy. You don't want to put a guy in that box, because you always want to improve. And Bismack works as hard as anyone on his finishes and his roll into the basket, his decisions, and also his free throws. So, he brings us so much, but just his spirit, his intensity, his talk, his communication has been tremendous for us.
Have you seen progress since he's gotten here with his catching and finishing as well?
It's improved. I mean, again, he works on it religiously, and he's improved. And still, he continues to work on it, the catch and finishes, and what teams may try to do to him when he's in the pick and roll. We work on that. So there's always areas where you want to continue to improve your game.
You talked a lot about cohesion and still having work to do, but are you surprised how good the cohesion has been with JV out? So that's a significant change, losing him.
Yeah, but again, it does. You miss a guy like JV, because I said he is improving as much as anybody, being a young kid. He has as much growth to go as anyone, and he was making those strides. So that's what you don't like, because he was making those strides offensively. But again, I'm somewhat surprised, but not totally surprised, because we have some good vets behind him. Bismack is I would call a seasoned soul or seasoned guy that's behind him. So again, we're not where we need to be. We're still going to have some pitfalls, and we still got to make sure we continue to work to get better. We're nowhere near where we need to be.